Okay, so the next installment of non-conceptual and conceptual minds. So as we were talking yesterday, both kinds of minds are important in our daily life, and both are important in our spiritual life. Because we usually talk of generating three kinds of understanding: one from learning or hearing teachings, the second from reflecting, thinking about, discussing teachings, and the third from meditating on them. Okay, so when we are hearing teachings, we're dealing with language and concepts. Yeah, I mean, we have the sensory input of the words, but just the sound of the words alone doesn't engender any understanding in our mind. Okay, because the sense, just our ears just hear the sound. It's the meaning that is with the mental consciousness and the conceptual mind. Then the same with reflecting on the teachings, reviewing what we've learned, discussing them with other people, debating them, thinking about them. All of this is done with the conceptual mind. Okay, so for example, if we want to gain insight into the nature of reality, the emptiness of true existence of all phenomena, then we learn about it, we think about it. Okay, it's all done with conceptual mind. And then we meditate on it. So after we think about it, we have a very good intellectual understanding of it, and then we're also meditating on it. Now, in our meditation, when we first start at our level, our meditation on emptiness is conceptual, isn't it? We have no idea what emptiness is. If we try to take our mind and just focus it on emptiness, what are we going to focus on? We have no idea what the emptiness of true existence is. So, sure, we can make up some idea of it, but then we're focusing on our own idea. Okay? Or maybe we think emptiness is a blank mind, so we focus on having no thought in our mind at all, But that isn't the emptiness of true existence. So we have to understand conceptually, through inference, through valid inference that really makes sense, using logic, using reasoning, what emptiness is. Okay? Then when we meditate on emptiness, we have that and here I'm not talking about general meditation on emptiness, because we all meditate on emptiness in our practice to some extent, and we do it conceptually and we do it the best we can. But when we're doing what we call developing the understanding that arises from emptiness, the understanding arising from meditation, which is a technical term, okay, then we really have to have serenity, a single-pointed mind that is focused on emptiness. And at the beginning, our understanding of emptiness is still conceptual, and that single-pointed mind focuses on that. As we keep meditating, then we try and get our meditation so that we can do analysis at the same time as we have the serenity, without the analysis interrupting the tranquility of the serenity. When we're able to do that, then we have the unity of serenity and insight, or shamatha and vipassana, on emptiness. And that marks the beginning of the second path, the path of preparation. So that already is quite a high realization, and somebody, at least on the bodhisattva path, is, they've been a bodhisattva for a while, when they get that. At least some bodhisattvas can do that before. But anyway, no, I'm sorry, they can't. Whenever you get the unity of shamatha and vipassana on emptiness, that's the path of preparation, your entry point into the path of preparation. Then you keep meditating on emptiness. Now, of course, at this time, although you're doing analysis, it isn't this you're not thinking in great big intellectual words and concepts the way we think right now. Okay, so analysis, we think analysis is all this intellectual stuff that, like what we do in school. But what we mean by analysis here in meditation is really very, very subtle. It's like a probing awareness that can really investigate. It's not just a mind that has a lot of words and concepts and goes blah, blah. Okay? But when we're able to really deepen our understanding of the nature of reality, then that, that wears away gradually at the conceptual appearance of emptiness, until finally that conceptual appearance disappears and we perceive emptiness directly. And that marks the beginning of the path of seeing when somebody becomes an Arya. Okay? So that non-conceptual understanding of emptiness is what actually begins to remove all of the hindrances and afflictions from their root. Before that, we're simply subduing them. Only with the direct perception do we actually begin to eliminate them from the root. Okay? And when we start to eliminate them, first we're eliminating the acquired afflictions that we learn from wrong philosophies, and then only later on the path of meditation do we begin to eliminate the innate afflictions by their root. Okay? So the non-conceptual understanding of emptiness is really what we want. That's really, going to be our savior. If you want to be saved, that's what's going to do it. Okay? Is our own internal wisdom. But that has to be developed through a progressive sequential process. We don't go right to it, okay? And so, although what we're seeking is a non-conceptual direct perception, we have to approach it through concept, inference, reasoning, and so on. Okay? Is that clear? Yeah.
Has anyone talked about more specifically how the applying analysis in serenity wears away at the conceptual appearance of emptiness?
I've never heard any description of how that happens. I can only imagine that, when you're focused on the nature of reality, first through inference, as you penetrate deeper and deeper and deeper, the conceptual appearance becomes totally unnecessary. Because your mind is very potent. Your mind has incredible discriminating wisdom at that point, so it just pierces through the conceptual appearance. Yeah. I have no experience of this. You can ask somebody who has experience. Maybe they say they take out a pink eraser and they erase it, and then you know how it happens. Or maybe you have to do it yourself. Okay.